Welcome to another edition of Independent Artists Unite Song Series. Back on the show again, Kid Barrett.
What's up?
Welcome, my
Thank
brother.
you. Good to be back, baby.
The new single, Latex.
Oh man, it's been fun. I'm so happy I got to finally share that with everybody.
I'm I've been noticing this. It's the more theatrical look and the like is your play just seem to be playing more and more shows and stuff. Like it's about like the live Kid Barrett experience these days, I
Yeah,
feel like.
you know what's funny? I was actually reflecting upon that, and right around I would say like around July, June, July, after playing all those shows for the beginning of the year, I finally started to craft like what you're saying, like I want some sort of theatrical image for what
Mm.
Kid Barrett is, and something that I can bring around, almost like a circus, like where everyone gets to see a similar version of it. So it's, even with like the set that I played for like from like I said, from summer until now, I kind of had a cohesive set of like a little pack that I gave everyone. I'm like, look, I want you guys to know that this is kind of what I'm giving you right now as a little package. And I think that's gonna change for next year, obviously with latex getting added to the bunch. But I kind of like that having a little something that's very specific, a package deal, that comes with your sound, your look, and I've always been inspired by like, the Addicts and Kiss and stuff like that. Anyone with like white face makeup and stuff, so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of helps too. Gives me an excuse.
yeah. I remember like me and my actually the guys that was in a band and actually from when I was like 17, 16 years old,
Wow.
we had a band in
Hmm.
his basement. And we still talk about how what it was like when you first saw the Kiss album, because if you like didn't live through that time, it's like it was scary when
Yeah,
Kiss
yeah,
first came out. I mean, it wasn't like a joke like it turned out to
yeah,
be. It was like, whoa, he's spitting
yeah,
up blood.
yeah,
They've got
exactly.
these masks on, and it was like it was not fun and games. It was like
No,
pretty
and even
scary.
now, when you like listen to the Norwegian people speaking about the Norwegian death metal guys, when they're like,
Mm,
"Where did
yeah.
you get inspired from?" They always go back to Kiss, like their first time seeing Kiss,
Yeah.
and it's spitting up the blood and shit. I'm like, yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, I love that bands that can have a package. No shade to all the guys who are just kind of like, doing their own thing and kind of okay, so here's the thing, I've been in bands before and like people don't want to dress up, and that to me is kind
Oh,
of like a bummer, because I'm like,
I
dude,
know,
let's
man.
fucking get dressed up, let's give them something that they're gonna remember, not just the sound but like the visuals, are just gonna be in your face.
I'm with you, man. I was always the guy who was like dressed up 10 times more than anyone else in the band,
Oh
and
yeah, I've
I'm
seen,
trying
trust me,
I'm trying to convince the other
I've
guys.
saved some of your pictures for inspo, and my girlfriend too. She's like, dude, Scott, man, Scott's had it going on. Yeah, dude. We love your style for sure. And I think it's part of it, right? It's like just
I
like writing
always
the
love
lyrics,
that. Yeah.
right? Like writing the lyrics, getting the mix down right, and then getting the outfit right. To me, it's just exactly is the same thing. Like you can take and put more away, or you can just have it just right. Or I think everyone should take advantage of the fact that our our art calls for just like do whatever you want. Put on the Terrifier sunglasses if you want.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But I don't know, just have fun with it, dude. Like.
Yeah, well, I always thought that was a big part of it, and I always loved, people like yourself that go over the top with the costuming and the images and everything, because that was what was fun for me. I mean, that's what I loved about David Bowie growing up and stuff too. It was
Yeah,
just like, whoa, you mean you can just do whatever the fuck you want? You know, it's like so
right?
exciting to
Exactly.
become something else entirely, you know.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, seeing your live, I'm wondering what effect it's had doing these shows in Vegas because I was like, Kid Barrett in Vegas, this has got to have an effect on this young
Oh
man.
man. Oh dude.
And you just
And
really
and
seem like you're like yeah, like like the circus, like you said, like you're the
yeah, right.
ringmaster, like you know.
Well, dude, you know it's so funny. It's funny you bring that up because um growing up, the first time I went to Vegas, I was like 10 or 11 years old and funny enough, my Christian family, because I had family over there, so my Christian family took us there. And
Mm,
it was just so funny walking down Fremont with my Christian family and like they were almost trying to cover my eyes at certain things, you know what I mean? But something woke up in me and like I just love the lights. I love the, just basically that the whole city revolves around entertainment, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
adult entertainment, whatever. XXX. So basically just I fell in love with that city and ever since then and then once I started like learning guitar a couple years later, I always thought about like, man, it would be so freaking cool to play in Las Vegas, you know? And you know it's so funny, I always imagined it like, man, because I'm like, I know there's more than just the casinos, those big casinos, I'm like, there has to be those dingy dive bars. And then sure enough, I end up getting really connected with the guys at the dive, the dive bar down in Vegas, and it's almost what I imagined in my dreams before. But it's basically that, just basically a cool. Honestly, dude, as cool as Vegas is, like the locals are solid people, man. They're like just really cool people, happy to have us there. They're just happy to have any talent come through and basically grace them with what we got to give.
Yeah,
There was a lot
yeah,
of like all age groups out there. So, dude, it's definitely been inspiring me. I love it. I want to get more into. I just this last time I played, I got to meet way more locals there, and they're
yeah.
just like, it's such a great community. So I'm just like very excited to like I said, from when I was 11 and went there for the first time and was like, what the hell, to now just being like, all these locals are like, oh, dude, just come stay with me, just you don't have to get a hotel anymore, just come
Mm.
crash over here. So it's
Is
such a cool experience. Vegas is definitely like a little flower that's opening up to me,
yeah.
entertainment rose.
Is there any chance of Kid Barrett relocating to Las Vegas?
Dude, you never know, man. Like
I just
honestly,
feel like this is a match made in heaven slash
oh,
hell.
please. Oh, please, dude. Yeah, like it has everything. Like the mid it would probably kill me if I moved over there, dude. I need a little break from because I'm over there, I'm like fucking I'm smoking wherever I want. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's too
Yeah.
much. It's too easy.
What is
Yeah, now
this?
there's like now it's like my favorite plant is legal over there, so I'm like, dude, like too much fun out there. But yeah, I kind of enjoy, that's kind of how I am with everything, like keeping it a little, how do I say it, like not overindulging. Like I
Hmm.
like to keep my Vegas when it's there. Like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to Vegas. Now I have
Keep
an
my
excuse
Vegas.
to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? For like a weekend or whatever. And then
Yeah.
okay, I need a break. I need peace. I need Zen again. And so yeah, a little balance. A little balance is good. But honestly, Vegas is awesome. It would definitely be like one of my tops to move to because I mean, I'm familiar with the desert already and also just so many opportunity, entertainment, and I mean, dude, everyone has moved. Basically, if you were to ask me, like, there's more happening in Vegas than in LA, like on the strip, basically,
Hmm. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think things have kind of moved around a little bit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, maybe it's that same kind of vibe that it's a bit like dangerous, you know. I remember
Yeah.
like Hollywood used to be like that, yeah, but maybe it's getting all getting a bit watered down, and the real freaks are
Yeah.
going to Vegas.
No, yeah, the freaks are definitely going to Vegas, and LA still has a little bit of danger. It's just not, I would say maybe for the entertainment, like it's not worth it now. Like, it's a lot of pay to play and stuff. So all the
Yeah,
acts, all
yeah.
the lineups are very like mismatchy. There's not like one
Mm.
show where it's like, holy crap, I'm going to see
Yeah,
a,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
one genre. It's just kind of come, come as you are, basically.
yeah.
So you get a
Uh,
lot of just like a lot of rich kids out there too now that are just like paying like honestly, dude, you know what's so funny? I had gotten like an offer from the whiskey not too long ago, and they're like, "Hey, you wanna play at the whiskey?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I looked at the thing, and it's like, dude, this the smallest slot was like $600. Like at 6 o'clock
are
was
you
like 600, like
serious?
500, $600 minimum. And I was like, "Wow, I'm basically paying you your
Oh
day rate or."
man,
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So.
what a
Right
crime.
now, it's a lot about finding those gigs that are willing to help us, as artists, and basically uh, pay us for our time, because it's good. I mean, when you're first starting up, it's great to take the gigs that are just like whatever, And honestly, I'll tell you what, this year I took a lot of gigs that are just like, yeah, I'll take what I can get. And I think I'm
Mm,
gonna be a little more selective next year, just try to get some stuff that's not just focus on the live act because I am focusing on that as well, but I want to focus on also like the visuals, and also like make sure nothing lacks just because I'm doing one thing more.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
more music, more visuals and better not better but like try to get more substantial shows if I can you
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but that's it, man, just keeping it
Well,
flowing.
this like all kind of feeds in for me to the new single Latex because for me, this is like it's fueled with like what I'll call the Vegas area Kid Barrett, where it's like there's something dangerous in this song. I could then listen to it. I'm like, why does this song scare me a little bit? Which is like exciting. It's
Has a
like
little eeriness to
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, it's not. I don't know if it's eerie. It's like you just feel like it's just that feeling like you just captured a certain street energy or like club
Ah,
club energy that I used to feel when I was younger when I was in a club and you're like yeah that feeling of like well, what did I just take but it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
some
it's
danger.
yeah it's some kind of danger but that's like fun and exciting, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
And yeah, that's not I mean, were you thinking about that when it came to this track? Because it seems like this kind of wide open club track, like
Well, it's actually there's a really funny and cool story to it of how this song came to be. So Misery, right?
yeah,
You've
yeah.
had him on before. So he's one of my collaborators and stuff, and so basically before Moon and Sun, the last song we collaborated on, we were having a writing session, and we were just kind of like, okay, I offered like I was like let's collab on something, if you have something you can write on, if you're something you're writing or something you can give me or whatever, let's collab on something.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. Basically, and he's like, you want something gothy? I'm like, dude, give me some gothy shit, give me some like dark, clubby goth shit. And he came up with like a very like basically similar to the, if you listen to the intro, just like wow wow wow, like kind of like one like a throbbing note, that's just
Mm,
kind of
mm,
coming at you. And we were just kind of writing, and I out of nowhere with that, basically I was just like, give me some gothy stuff. He gave me that something very simple, and in my head, the whole chorus of Latex came. Like I just
mm.
started writing like latex. All I wanted was your sex. Latex. Do me better than the rest. It just started like I started uploading it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, let me write this down. And then what I realized was this song was not gonna be good for a collab. Like there was just something about it that was not gonna work for a collab.
Mm,
So I was like, dude, this sounds like you said, it's a KB song. It's more of a
mm.
KB brand. Like I'm like, man, it goes with Sex Club. It goes with like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, one quick second. So I was like, it just goes with Sex Club. I'm like, it
Yeah.
sounds more of one of my songs instead of a collab song. So in that case, I was like, you know what, George? Uh, I'm thinking that this may have to be a Kid Barrett song, even though it wasn't even written yet at all. Like I just had the vision of latex already. I was like, I know
Mm-hmm.
exactly what to do with this. And then I even told him like, look, I'm gonna have to like reproduce it because I'm hearing something else. Like basically like, and he's like, okay, don't no worries. But then he's like, uh, I basically told him like, look, if you allow me to just like scrap this little thing we were just doing right now, let me make latex and we'll completely make something brand new. And we did. We
Mm,
worked on Moon and Sun. So it ended up benefiting us because he got a remix out of the first sounds that he was making. He
mm,
ended up remixing one of his songs. I got latex out of the lyrics that
mm.
were coming around here, and then we also had Moon and Sun on top of that, which is the one where we recorded that video of me in the rain and stuff or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So basically, a lot of things came. We had a creative little moment, but when latex was being formed, I was like, "Look, dude," I felt bad too because I was like, "Look, dude, I'm sorry, but I have a vision and I have to chase it, and like,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
show it
yeah.
to you when I'm done, like, I'll be right back, type thing." And dude, I
Well,
did. I went.
he's the perfect person for that too. He's
Oh
just
yeah,
such a gentle soul, man.
he was so
He's
sweet. He's
just
like,
totally
dude, yes.
chill.
He's
Yeah.
like, do what you got to do. He's like, that sounds crazy. So we ended up deciding that we were gonna have a couple separate projects instead of just one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I finished it. I got on my session and it was even a different key now and stuff and like, but I got into the session. I figured out the rhythm and bam, I had it in like a day or two. Like from when we were just like brainstorming, I finally had the full idea down and I was like, wow, I can't believe it. It's here. Like so basically, I imagined it and then I knew exactly what direction I wanted to know go and once that chorus came to me, I was like, "Oh, dude, this has to be like Sex Club Round Two, like sexy, like you said, dangerous, edgy, but fun. At the same time, it's
Yeah.
fun. It's very um, like just how like Sex Club, it's very the relationship between like the dominant and the submissive. Like
Mm,
there's an agreement there that it's
mm,
there has to be, in order for this
mm.
whole harmony to work. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and just latex in general. Like I'm a big fan of like clothing and material, leather, latex,
Yeah. Well, I figure you guys must have a lot of inspiration you might get right at home now.
Oh, dude. I mean, just in
Hey,
general, having
hold
so
on,
many
baby, hold on.
it's like oops. But no, dude, just in general, like I said, like having the fact that we're both so into fashion is like, oh dude, like I have like these are gloves that I took from her.
Yeah.
So but we both kind of like what works and what doesn't. And like I was telling you, I finally figured out kind of like I said, the uniform for Kid Barrett during the summertime, and I'm like, I like wearing these gloves, I like wearing this leather vest, and kind of like, just kind of being edgy, being some like dangerous little vampire on stage. So basically, latex ended up becoming that, like an anthem for, um, basically, again, like the dominant, the submissive person talking to the dominant person and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very
Yeah.
interesting stuff.
It also reminds me of like back in New York, I used to I think I would start getting ready to go out, right? At like
Mhm.
9 o'clock at night
Oh
with
yeah, yeah.
like thinking that I was gonna leave the apartment at midnight. It's
Oh
like you
yeah.
don't show up anywhere before midnight, in New York City and everything.
No, no, no.
And yeah, so it reminds me of that too, of like from shower, like the 3 hour process of like nails, makeup,
Oh yeah.
outfit, and wine, line
Hair.
of coke,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever it
Little
was back
bowl,
then.
little
Not
joint.
not nothing I would recommend to the youngsters out there. But yeah, it was. It reminds me of that because it's kind of like an ultimate like get ready to go out song too. It
And
was
that's
always like
exactly what I
a,
wanted.
yeah,
Yes, like
yeah,
it's like so that's the thing I like exactly what you just said. Like I need a playlist for when I'm getting ready.
yeah,
Like there's
yeah,
songs for okay, cool, I'm just chilling or whatever. But there's specifics that are like I call them like turn up songs, like I need it to
yeah,
turn me up. I need it even when you're driving to the party, there's sometimes where you're like you'll be listening to someone's playlist and I'm like, dude, crank me up, man. Like pump me the fuck up. Like, just like music can work as a natural upper, so just by
Yeah, yeah,
moving
yeah, totally.
the heart rate up and stuff. So, but yeah, man, I thank you for that. That's awesome. Like those are my favorite type of songs, like songs you want to hear right before you get ready or whatever on your way out.
Have you had so you've been doing Latex live a few times now, right?
Yeah, I played it a couple times, like 3 times, and yeah, it's exciting. Honestly, so funny about that. That was another thing when I was writing this. I was like, because Sex Club has been my closer, man. Like since it came out, like people just
Mm,
like that song, and I
yeah.
I always felt like it should be the last song, and then
Mm,
people are now singing it, they know it, and I
mm,
can tell they get excited when they hear it
yeah.
start. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's a crowd favorite, whatever. But I'm like, I like, challenging myself to be like, I want something a little bit not faster, not better, but just like something that maybe is next, that's the
Mm,
next
mm,
one. And so basically I challenged myself. It's even a little bit faster than Sex Club now. When I listen to it now, back to back, I'm like, oh, this one has
mm.
to go next because it's like cranking it up a
Picks it
little
up
bit.
a little bit,
Yeah, a
yeah.
little boost. And so it's like a little bump to get you back up, right? Whatever. So basically, I imagined it, and I was right before the first time I played it in Vegas during for Halloween. I was like, man, I don't know if I should like play this one first or like introduce this. Like basically, I also take time on the set list,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like imagine how I'm gonna perform it and stuff. So I was like, man. I'm gonna take a stab at it. I've never played it before, but I'm gonna put it at the end. And dude, it's so good right after Sex Love. It's like what we said. It's like da da da. It ends and then boom boom boom. Like it cranks up a little more. It's like we're not done here just yet.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
been a great closer, man. I got my new closer for the next year.
yeah, yeah,
Like I have
yeah.
another one to test people with and like give them another package and stuff. And also got a couple other covers that I'm working on. I got this like Sisters of Mercy cover that I'm like working on and stuff.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Exciting.
yeah, dude, just messing around, man. It's been so fun to have material to for example, doing the Boy Harsher cover live, oh man, it's so fun to do a song that everyone loves. Because
Mm.
like and you'll literally see people come back in, they're like, oh shit, I need to hear this one, Like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going on in
yeah,
here with this one? So I love songs
yeah.
like that. I like
Yeah, yeah.
I like covering a song that everyone knows but is not like annoying, like not played out. It's kind of just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's fun. It's like a fun
Are you
time.
just gonna do the Sisters of Mercy for the live show? Or are you gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah,
a
yeah.
cover or record
I
it?
never really I usually put them out like on like SoundCloud or YouTube just
Okay,
to kind
yeah.
of like avoid the whole licensing and shit. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would like to put out maybe a little EP of covers and stuff. That'd be kind of fun.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
You never know. Just kind of keep it exciting.
And you with the live show too, it wasn't you didn't always have Sarah as part of the live show, right? That's just has that been a Vegas thing as well?
Let me remember when the first time that I did that was. I think, well, I started it, I'm trying to remember. I started, I think, around mid, like I said, also around summertime. And
Okay.
then I've also had one of my other friends, Madison, kind of like cover when Sarah hasn't been there and stuff.
Okay.
And eventually I want to have them have both on stage. Just basically eventually that's what Kid Bear I want Kid Bear to be. It just hasn't. It's been easier, like I said, to kind of just take the gigs myself, and
Hmm.
I'm already going to add like incorporate more equipment into my set now. But yeah, man, I think it was just got Sarah now. Might throw an instrument on her now and every now and then, just like, hey, here, play this guitar on this song.
Oh,
I
nice.
was telling her it might kind of give that like Sisters of Mercy or like Cramps look,
Oh,
like
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like someone like a chick on a guitar and shit. But yeah, man, it's all about having fun. I really like having my own go-go dancer. It's kind of like it kind of
Yeah.
amps. I've been seeing the people love that shit too. Like they like seeing someone kind of like just giving them the vibe
The
that the
energy,
song has.
yeah, something to play off
Yeah.
of. Yeah, yeah,
And she was worried. She's like, "Is that you? Oh, I wonder if it's like cool." I'm like, I'm like, are you kidding me? People literally like events pay for go-go dancers to be at
Hmm.
the place, you know?
Yeah,
So I'm like, the
yeah,
fact that I'm bringing that with me, I think it's definitely adding some vibes, you know, some kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
people are like, oh, you guys are bi panic. You ever heard that before?
No, no, no.
Bi panic. It's like if you're bi, they're like panicking because they like both of us or whatever.
No,
I'm
I've
like,
never heard
why,
that.
thank you. I appreciate that. Like, thank you very much.
And is she having a good time doing it?
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
great time. We were just working on a song earlier because she's actually like really aching to get on stage on her own, you know, and just kind of like
Oh,
sing.
nice.
So,
Yeah.
and she has a great voice too, so I'm kind of just like, okay, taking my time, making sure because she has a broad like basically influence. So I'm
Mm,
like, we gotta hone it down, at least for this a single, you know, let's hone it down for
mm,
a
mm.
single, get something. And so I'm thinking it's very gonna be very similar to mine, kind of like dark dancey, you know, but with like a
Yeah,
chick
yeah.
singing on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you like Ghost Cabaret and stuff. The Ghost
Yeah, yeah, I love them.
I
Yeah.
love their sound and it's like very, like I said, very dark, very dancey, and
Oh,
even their
cool.
name
I
is like
look forward
Ghost
to that.
Cabaret.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, dude, like you know, I appreciate. I'm a fan of like what females can do with their vocals, man. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
almost jealous.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you with your brand new song and stuff, dude, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah,
Beautiful
thanks.
track.
Thanks. Yeah, that was a strange thing where yeah, I don't know. Do you know the whole story behind that?
No,
Well, there was yeah, maybe I probably shouldn't
you
name
don't have to.
it
You don't have
specifically,
to.
but yeah, there were some incidents in the community of someone
Oh yes, yes, yes. I know
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah, that was like
about. That just needed to be not in the
was wait
community.
yeah, 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 and was being,
Oh
trying
yeah.
to chat up, we'll
Yeah,
say it nicely, many
let's not
many
even give
women.
them the
Yeah,
platform to
yeah,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, so that came out of there because this Hex Forms had done some collaborations with this guy, and he didn't know. He
Dude,
just had to shake it out, and
dude,
do
and
do
I was
something
this
different. So
close.
yeah.
I
Oh,
was
you were
this
too.
close.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To
Yeah,
where I was like telling them, you know, like everyone else, like, oh, just send me some stuff, whatever. Because I'm
yeah,
like, I
yeah,
was looking to collab. They caught me in a
yeah,
moment where I was looking to collab, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, basically, I'm glad we're kind of like watching out for each other and stuff, and kind of like
Yeah, I mean
keeping
that's
each
that's
other
the
safe.
upside of it. That's the
Yeah.
upside of it, is that I
Yep.
think it's like it's really important
We have
that
like a nice tight community.
that we all watch each other, and
Definitely.
I think it's important for men in the community to think about what they're doing,
Definitely.
and think about not, you know, it's like kind of like not using the kind of
Yeah, brother.
rock star thing to take
Yeah.
advantage,
Taking
and
advantage
and
of our
also it's
fans and
important for
stuff.
women to really you know think about what they're doing as well,
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
brother.
it's
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 our
um
community. It's really up to
yeah,
us
we
to keep
gotta
it
watch we
together.
gotta watch each other. Yeah, yeah, it's just too
Definitely,
easy for
man.
these things
Well,
to
dude,
go
great song. Honestly,
awry.
just in general. In general, great
Yeah, it
song.
was it was really fun. I was this is one of those things, it's exactly like you talked about with Misery, where he just sent me some things, and it just went boom. It
Yeah.
came right out, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like it was one of these things like, okay, this is really like this kind of gothy, kind of
Yeah.
plotting thing, and I said
Yeah,
it's
man.
too much to come in with the vocal. So I thought, what if I just fucking do falsetto the whole time
Oh
over this
man.
weird thing? And then I was like, whoa, this is weird.
I love the
And
like duny, like deserty. I told you like
yeah,
middle
yeah, yeah, yeah,
sands of time kind of vibe to it, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Great
yeah.
job,
So
man.
that
Yeah,
that so
dude.
that was fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I tell
yeah.
James, I'm like, you're always working on something. Scott's always got something cooking.
Well, who knows? Who knows how many years I got, man, so if the inspiration comes, I got to get it
Hell
out there,
yeah, brother. Let them keep coming. Let them keep coming out, brother.
This,
We
this
need more
this is what
music.
happens when you die once already. You think, oh well, I better get this shit out, you know.
You're on some fucking Nikki Six shit, bro. It's like you've left us and you came back for us. I love you, bro. Honestly, man, I love you. Thanks for everything you do, and just like just for reaching out, dude. Like I know we
Yeah,
all go
man.
through our tough times, and we
Oh,
kind of just
yeah.
we this shit keeps us glued together,
Yeah,
basically.
man. Yeah. I mean, this past year has been so insane for me, and this community and like relationships like I
Hmm.
have with you and James and it's like it's literally kept me not just going, but kept me like just like with a positive, creative orientation where I actually am excited about my life, even though
Yeah,
I've had
right.
some crazy stuff going on around me, you know. So it's been literally been life-saving, you know.
Awesome,
Uh,
man. I'm glad that we can do that for each other, because you
yeah,
guys do that.
man.
I mean, it definitely it's so weird. Like maybe just like the part of me that's always been like shitting on myself and like
Mm,
not self deprivation whatever. And sometimes where I'm like, dude, all these people like care and like me, like it feels like,
yeah,
am I
man.
worthy of this? It's weird, but I love you guys, and I love what
Yeah,
everyone. I love
man.
the fact that we're all finding each other. We all drew to each other, and we're all artists, man. Like
Yeah, man.
all ages and sizes. It's fucking awesome.
Well,
I just love it.
it's hard to express too, man, but just the fact that you're out there honestly doing what you're doing and showing up in the costumes and the makeup and and out there in Vegas and doing this stuff and with Sarah and I mean it's like this is like so like life-giving to me, man, because I just love this shit. So I'm so
Yeah, man.
inspired. I'm so inspired that you're out there doing your thing, man. It's
Thank you,
like
buddy.
it's this is like, you know, it's like you can't, it's so hard to describe what how much it means to me. You know what I mean?
And bro,
It's great.
that's thank you. That means so much. Like, because when you're just dreaming about it as a youngster and like you said, 16, 17 years old in bands, we used to push our equipment around in shopping carts,
Oh,
like get the shopping carts from
oh
the
my God,
store
yeah.
and just load our shit up. And you don't think about it. You're just like, you want the dream. And I got a glimpse of all the work that it takes, like a little glimpse
Mm,
of just the work, not saying the fame or any of that
mm,
shit, because
mm, mm,
none of that's coming yet, the money or the fame, right? But it's
mm.
like, I got a glimpse of the work, but man, it's a lot of work, but it's like some of the best work we're ever
Yeah,
gonna, it's the
yeah,
work we want to do. It's like sitting behind a session until it's done, printing out multiple prints until it's ready, driving
yeah.
for 4 hours just to perform for 30, for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
It's part of the dream. And
yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like maybe I'm just sick or something, because I like to have something to
Well,
do,
stay
you know?
sick. Stay sick, man.
Stay
Stay
sick, man. I
sick.
like that.
Love you,
Oh,
brother.
man. Dude. Woo.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for
Oh,
doing it.
dude. Well, that's it. You're out of here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My Zoom is gonna be cut off.
Okay, buddy. Well, thank you so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
for having me, dude. I love you. And I got a
yeah.
new
Love
song
you, man.
before the year ends, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We
it's a
got it set?
collab with Grizz, with my friend Grizz.
Oh, cool. Right, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'll
And
be
we're gonna
looking
go
out
for
for
some
that.
yep, I'll let you know, man. But
Bye bye,
we'll
man.
be in touch, dude. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Love you, man.
Love you, buddy.